to the day one of the 12 Days of Icons. This holiday season, we are going to be counting down the 12 days of, I guess, Christmas. But instead, it's the 12 Days of Icons, where every single day we talk about a historical icon that we want to talk about.
Yeah, because we can.
Yeah, and the episodes are going to be a bit shorter. And we also don't know. We've each prepared 6 icons, and we don't know who the other has chosen.
No, and
so
I'm pretty convinced we're going to at least have one that is the same.
I was thinking about that.
I really I was like, there's no way that's not going to happen.
I know.
But we'll see, you know? Like, the world of possibility is really, like, a flush and beautiful right now.
Yes.
And this is what you can think of a little girl historian's advent calendar.
Literally. So open us up with a little milk chocolate.
Open up as a little milk chocolate inside.
All right. Shall we get into it?
Yeah, you ready for your first icon?
Day 1.
Yes.
On the first day of Christmas, my loved one gave to me?
My true love gave to me.
Yeah, my true love gave to me O.J. Simpson.
Shut up. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pop off.
Yes. So I'm just going to walk you through O.J. Simpson's greatest hit.
Awesome.
Let's say
the hit that was
the hit and all hits. The alleged hit.
The alleged hit.
The acquitted hit.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay. So O.J. Simpson was born July 9th, 1947 in San Francisco, California.
Gay.
In 1967, he led all college running backs in rushing at the University of Southern California.
And I know what that means. I know what that means.
Don't be kind of, confused by my stilted way of reading that.
We know what that means.
And I care.
And we care. And we know what it means.
Okay. And then in 1968, Simpson wins the Heisman Trophy. Next year, he's drafted. What that is. Yes, the Heisman. Well, because my dad would always say, don't give me the Heisman, which is like when you're not paying attention. Because the trophy is like the guy with the football like this.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Wow.
So actually, I'm a jock. Next year, he's drafted first pick by the Buffalo Bills. Okay. So that's in 1969. 10 years later, he retires from football. We have to assume he's heavily concussed. And, we know one thing about football players.
They're concussed.
And they want to murder their wives.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing they want to do more than murder their wives.
Travis Kelce.
Taylor Swift, watch out. Taylor Swift, you better sleep with a knife under your bed.
Taylor Swift, you better sleep with a knife.
Just in case.
Better sleep with a knife.
I'd be so sad if she got Simpsoned.
Dude.
It'd be pretty sad.
Yeah, I'd be upset.
It'd be a really tragic end to her story.
It would not be a love story. But I would not baby say yes to that.
I'm trying to think of any song she has with the names in it so I can put in O.J. Simpson, but it's kind of hard.
Hey,
O.J. Simpson, don't you ever stop and think about me.
When I hear O.J. Simpson,
it's the last great American dynasty.
Song. Yeah.
O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown Simpson.
Facts.
Okay. So, 1985, Simpson marries Nicole Brown, and he's also inducted into the Football Hall of Fame this year.
Cool.
February of 1992, Nicole Brown Simpson files for divorce.
Classic.
So, as we know from law, he did not murder his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson. Mm-hmm. But the timeline of that not murder...
Suspicious.
Let's walk through it. Mm-hmm. June 13th, 1994. Also, is O.J. Simpson a Gemini?
Maybe.
No, he's a Cancer.
Is he a Cancer?
Yeah, he's a Cancer. Because my mom's a Cancer as well, and she was born at the very end of June, and he's early July.
Oh, wait, what's his name? What's his birthday? What's his birthday?
July 9th.
July 9th? That's Cancer.
And honestly, I think I can speak for all Cancers when I say the crime we are most likely to commit is a crime of passion.
Yeah.
And cruising down the interstate in our white Ford Bronco with our bestie.
Oh, wow.
If I committed a murder, would you drive the Bronco?
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, it depends who you murdered, I feel.
Who would you not drive it if I murdered?
Like someone
that we like?
Like directly in my life who wasn't really related to your life.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Like if you just killed one of my friends that you weren't also friends with, I'd sort
of
be
it'd
like,
be a crime of passion.
What the fuck?
What if I killed well, that makes me sad to think about me killing Reese.
I was gonna say,
actually, that makes me
hope you if you killed Reese.
Really sad.
I don't think you'd kill your boyfriend.
Well,
but
actually, honestly, guys, don't think I physically could. Like, he is so much more physically strong than I think he is. Because oftentimes I'll be like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, that'll hurt you. Like, if I slap your ass like really hard, it's actually gonna hurt you. And he's like, it's actually not possible for you to hurt me.
Wow.
Like, unless I like slap him in the eye.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, he's...
Yeah.
Anyways.
But if you killed I feel like if any of my
surprise.
Any of my friends killed their boyfriends, I would sort of be inclined to be like, well, goodbye, Earl. Let's do it. Let's see. What did he do to you?
This is what I'm thinking too.
Goodbye, Earl.
Oh, I know goodbye.
I would goodbye, Earl.
Goodbye, Earl.
Goodbye, Earl.
Yeah, I know. I would too. I'd be like, well, why?
Goodbye, Earl.
You know,
exactly.
We could figure it out.
You probably got to. I knew a woman who murdered her husband, and she went to jail for 6 years.
Yeah, it's hard. I think it's easier to get away with a murder if you're not related to the person. I think if your husband gets murdered, everyone's like, "Well, where were you?
What's up?
Yeah,
what happened?"
Okay, so 12:10 a.m. Neighbors discover the bodies of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman,
her
lover.
Oh dear.
In her house.
Can you imagine being in bed having to be like, Ronald?
Well,
wait, maybe it's hot.
I'm actually into it.
Yeah, wait, Ronald. Rolls off the tongue.
Yes.
Weasley.
So this is in California.
Okay.
At 4:15 a.m., Simpson checks into a hotel in Chicago.
Okay.
I think
O.J. Simpson.
Yes, Bart Simpson. I'm pretty sure this happens. Yeah, this happens in LA because he goes down the California interstate. I guess he drove away. Did she live in... Wait. I don't want to get this wrong.
We are so geographically confused right now. So was he in California or Chicago?
He was in Chicago, but I want to know, where did Nicole Brown Simpson get murdered? Yes, thank you. Where did she die? Did he go to Chicago to kill her? No. Okay, she died in Brentwood, Los Angeles. Okay. So then I guess he skipped the state because I guess you can't get tried for a crime that you committed in LA and Chicago.
Well, they can't try a husband and wife for the same crime.
Exactly.
No, that you can't. That's from Arrested Development.
No, that's double jeopardy.
What?
You can't. No, double. Okay, everybody who knows law is absolutely stopping their ears right now. Double jeopardy is you can't get tried for the same crime twice.
Yes.
Arrested Development is when you're young.
No, from the show Arrested
joke.
Development, it's a joke. When he's in jail and he's like, you can't try husband and wife.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. I got the worst fucking lawyer.
I love that show so much.
I love Arrested Development.
Oh my god. The woman who plays Lucille is my favorite.
Oh,
like, she is such
God.
a good. There's one scene where Job is visiting his dad in the prison and he has a little bee in a jar. And the guards tackle him. They're like, he's got a bee. And she just looks over and goes, they don't allow bees in here. Like, he's a fucking idiot for not knowing that you can't have bees at jail. Like, crazy. No, they don't allow bees in
when
here.
they do the bees versus beads thing.
Bees?
She's like,
no,
you're doing beads. Bees! They don't allow bees in here. God, I want perfect show.
Bees? No, beads. Beads? I love that show. Okay. So they're murdered. He's in Chicago. At 4:30 a.m., the police find a blood-stained Bronco and a bloody glove at Simpson's mansion in California.
Okay.
And at 10:45 a.m. the next day, the police search Simpson's property with a warrant, and they find more blood traces. Okay?
All right.
So a couple days later...
This is not where she got murdered.
No, she got murdered at his house. So the idea is, he didn't murder her at all. But the idea is basically what the prosecution poses is that he got angry, went over to the house. Mm-hmm. There was some kind of like altercation. But also like he was wearing gloves. So maybe he was planning on doing it. I don't know if it was premeditated or not.
Since OJ had icy toners. Don't act like I never told you.
Don't act like I never told you.
Told you.
But like there was some kind of, he killed them both there, then drove home, then got on a plane to be like, oh, I was in Chicago the whole time.
And he never did this.
And he didn't do this.
And it didn't happen.
Because the glove didn't fit. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So at 11 a.m., Simpson fails to surrender to the police as promised, and he flees, becoming a fugitive. So he comes back to LA. He's like, oh, I'm going to surrender. And then he doesn't do it. He runs away. He's a fugitive on the run.
That's so me.
Honestly. You're like, I'll be right there.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Getting out of like the bathroom window.
It's you canceling on your improv show tonight?
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah. Okay.
Carley's across town.
I know. So 6 p.m., the infamous car chase begins. So O.J. Simpson, if you do not know, basically led the police in a low-speed car chase on the interstate.
Not a low-speed
It is. Chase. Like, if you watch the footage, he's not like, they've basically cleared the interstate, and it's just the police and him going like 60.
They're just cruising.
Yeah, and they were able to track his location because he called 911 in crisis, basically because I think he knew that he killed her and that he was going to go to jail for it. So basically kind of like suicidal ideation, that kind of thing. Okay? And they're like, okay, so this guy, we need to get him. Also, don't kill yourself. Like, we can figure this out.
Don't kill yourself, babe.
You're so sexy.
You're so sexy.
No, OJ, don't kill yourself.
Oh, no, OJ, don't kill yourself.
So then they it's a low-speed car chase in the white Bronco. They broadcast it live on TV. OJ Simpson's former teammate, Al Cowlings, is driving while OJ's in the passenger seat.
Okay.
And there's like reports that he has a gun. At first, they're like, he's holding Al hostage. Like, he's making him do it. But Al was like, no.
No, it's just there.
Your teammate asks you to do it. Hey. The NBA finals are happening while this is going on, but they stopped broadcasting the NBA finals to broadcast this low-speed car chase. Everyone in the country is watching. Domino's said that they sold more pizzas on the day of the low-speed car chase.
That's really funny.
The days of like the Super Bowl, because everyone was
that's
home.
so funny.
One of my other favorite wrinkles is that I was watching the Fran Lebowitz documentary, and she was talking about her what's her name? Her friendship with who wrote Bluest Eye?
Toni Morrison.
Yeah, her friendship with Toni Morrison, and her and Toni Morrison watched every single day of the OJ trial together.
Amazing.
Which I love.
Which I would expect from Fran Lebowitz. I would not expect from Toni Morrison.
Yeah, Toni Morrison was seated. It became one of the most watched live events on TV history. And like, we don't really have the equivalent of that now. If like everyone's on TV just watching a low speed car chase in the white Bronco.
Would never happen.
But people were like, oh, he's going to kill his teammate. They didn't know what was going on because there was reports. I believe they also had on John Mulaney's like live talk show on Netflix, Everybody's in LA. He talks to the woman who was like in the helicopter, who was like the helicopter journalist following it.
Wow.
She's nuts. Like, she's crazy.
That
and
rocks.
she told other reporters that like he was going a different way or stuff like that so that they could get the first news or whatever.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was just really nice representation. She's a trans woman and she's just kind of like a
crazy helicopter driver.
Yes, like helicopter journalist.
And that's the trans representation we need.
Yeah, like it's
a
real representation because you're like, she's not perfect.
No, she's not perfect at all.
But she's a leader in her field.
There. She's a leader in her field of helicopter drivers who are also master manipulators. This is the queer representation we need.
Yes. So that starts at 6 p.m. By basically 8 p.m., 7:57, the white Ford Bronco arrives at Simpson's Brentwood home and the chase ends. Simpson surrenders to the police, arrested and jailed without bail, obviously, because he ran away.
It's very funny to end a low-speed car chase just at your house. So it's like you drove home?
I think they got him on the phone and were like hostage negotiating thing.
Yeah, where are you going, buddy?
Yeah. So now let's talk about the murder trial. Okay. Simpson pleads absolutely 100% not guilty to the murder trial. Okay. On July 22nd, 1994, my birthday. Not the year, but my birthday.
Happy
January
birthday.
of the next year, the murder trial begins. I'm going to walk you through the prosecution arguments and then the defense arguments.
Okay.
So the prosecution is Marcia Clark, Christopher Darden, and they present a case of a jealous ex-husband seeking revenge. They argue that the murder showed signs of like this crime of passion.
Yeah.
There's blood everywhere. And also like, as we know, like a sniper shot is like very cold and not connected, whereas like stabbing someone, this is what I learned from Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
It's very passionate. Like they were stabbed several times. So it's a fit of rage kind of moment, right?
Yeah. Passionate stabbing.
Yes, exactly. They emphasize Simpson's history of spousal abuse and his lack of an alibi, even though he was literally in that Chicago hotel room. So, and that's normal for no reason. And the prosecution relied heavily on DNA evidence, including blood found at the crime scene in Simpson's Bronco and at his residence.
Okay, it's looking rough.
Yeah, the defense basically argues on this like reasonable doubt rhetoric of being like, there's not enough proof. They're like, maybe.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah.
And basically just aims to kind of like, instead of arguing that he's innocent, argue that he's not guilty based on the arguments of the prosecution.
Yeah.
So they argue that the police were incompetent, there was corruption in the handling of evidence disappeared, that kind of thing. They argue that the LA Police Department had a history of racism, which was true. They appealed to the primarily black jury, and they did this during jury selection because like they were arguing like, okay, well, it needs to be a jury of his peers, that kind of thing. And they really turned this into kind of like what it became of this trial that was really about like race relations in America at the time. When like I'll say it, did murder her.
Yeah.
But then it becomes this greater story of how like the justice system views black men, right?
Well, yeah, because it did kind of seem like they were just pulling out random stuff, not like actual evidence.
Yeah.
To be fair, they were just sort of like, well, we all figure he did it, right?
He probably did it, right?
Yeah.
And of course, there's the infamous glove demonstration where they bring out the glove that was the bloody glove that was found at the scene. And they say that it does. He's like, can you put this on, Mr. Simpson? And then it doesn't like really fit on his hand, even though he puts it on fucked up. And he's like, there, it doesn't fit on his hand. It doesn't fit in my hand.
Doesn't fit in my hand.
And he says, if it does not fit, you must acquit.
Me when I eat a bunch of salt and then I put on my ring.
Yeah, I'm like,
and
one second.
My ring doesn't fit. Can't be my ring.
He's like breathing so heavily, like, I need water so bad. They also had alternative theories, such as drug dealers being responsible for the murders, that kind of thing. And basically, again, just like tried to appeal to this idea of like reasonable doubt, being like, you might not think that he's innocent, but you don't have enough to acquit him being, or you don't have enough to say that he's guilty.
You can't call him guilty.
So he is acquitted of all charges. He's tried in the civil courts, and there is some kind of thing of like he is responsible for the murders, but he doesn't go to jail for this. I don't really understand the difference between why they tried him again, but he is acquitted of the crime.
Okay.
September 2007, he is arrested in Las Vegas for armed robbery and kidnapping.
Okay.
He's found guilty on all charges in the Las Vegas case, sentenced to 9 to 33 years in prison.
Hey, that doesn't stand up with what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Exactly. Well, he's staying in Vegas.
In prison.
So,
damn.
You know.
You got a point there.
He's granted parole in July 20th of 2017 and released in October from prison.
2017.
Yeah.
Wait, so he went to prison for a completely different reason?
Yes. Different armed robbery. Yes.
Awesome.
There's a really funny SNL sketch for Kenan Thompson plays O.J. Simpson in like 2018 where it's this woman being like, I'm just so excited to get back on the dating game after being in a coma for so many years. And he's like, he's like, you don't know anything that happened since 1992? That's great. It's funny.
Wait, I have seen
It's a funny
actually.
sketch. And Kenan Thompson is just very like charismatic and fun. And then April 10th, 2024, O.J. Simpson dies at age 76, battling cancer.
He died?
I didn't know this until I started recording. Doing this.
I didn't know.
Until I just looked at him.
I didn't know he died.
No, until I was researching.
Whoa.
Now, let's make this tragedy about us that I posed to you.
Okay, huge.
Because my favorite fact about this whole thing is that, of course, O.J. Simpson wrote a memoir titled If I Did It.
Which is crazy.
If
I did it. It's insane.
What would you title your memoir if you got away with murder?
If I got away with murder, I'd be like, blood on my hands.
And then it's like a little picture of you.
Like, and I'm like, and it's like there's like a vial of blood in the background, but also a bottle of ketchup, and it's like, oh, and I'm like, what is it?
I love that.
What about you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what's like a little pun or something like that, you know? I don't know. I have no idea. I've lost any idea. So my brain's going like FBI's Most Wanted or something like that.
Female body inspectors Most Wanted.
Yeah. Maybe I would do the thing of like, I'm like a work of fiction. Like I would write a novel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like
yeah. It's called Please Be Nice to Me.
Yeah.
And it's all about how I'm like, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
I was actually a villain. I was a villain forced to. It's like I'm the Joker.
Yeah.
The title of my memoir, If I Get Away with Murder, is you guys all like the Joker when he did it.
Yeah.
What's different between me and the Joker?
Just be called the Joker.
By Carley.
By Carley. No last name.
No last name, just Carley.
The Joker by Carley.
The Joker by Carley.
Can't wait.
That's the first day of Icons.
We'll see you on day 2. Bye.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.